Done. Welcome to another world of digital electronics, that is electronics paper 2. So let us begin. So we already started with paper 2, chapter number 2, logic gates. Now we already seen first session, second session and third session. Now we'll proceed to session 4. Before proceeding to the session 4, let us see what we have seen in the 3 session. So we have seen the what is logic gates, then basic gates, derived gates, De Morgan's theorem, then NAND as universal gate, NOR as universal gate, XOR, then XOR gate, then XOR as a parity checker. So let us proceed. Already seen XOR gate and its one application in previous session. Today we will see the second application of XOR gate, that is XOR gate as a controlled inverter. An exclusive OR gate is the main part of the controlled inverter. The XOR gate, what is the definition? XOR gates provides a high output only when the inputs are different or not equal. So the logic diagram of XOR gate already seen. So here two input A, one input to the XOR gate is A and another input to XOR gate is called as invert. Y output is A XOR B, that is invert here. So now let us see when we are applying the different condition for A and invert, what will be your output. So when the invert is low, so we are keeping invert 0, so and applying A 0, so what will be y? Y is equals to 0 XOR 0. Both the values are same, so output is 0. So output is 0. When A is equals to 1, but invert we have kept it as low or 0, so y is equals to 0 XOR 1. Now the input value are different, so output is equals to 1. So when we are keeping the invert as low, the signal y is equals to A, means output follows the input. Whatever we applied input, we get the same value at the output. We apply 0, so output will be 0, and when we apply 1, output will be 1. That is, output follows the input. When you want the output to follow the input, you have to keep the inverter at low. Now let us see the reverse. When the inverter is kept high or 1 and we apply 0 at the input, then y is equals to 1 XOR 0, that is 1. And when the inverter is high and A is 1, then y is 1 XOR x, that is 0. So for high invert, when we keep invert as high signal, then y is equals to A complement. So we get a complement of the input. If we apply 0, we get 1, and when you apply 1, we get 0. So when you want the output to be complement of the input, the inverter should be high. Now let us see 8-bit controlled inverter. By using 8 XOR gates, 8-bit controlled inverter can be formed. The resistor is a group of flip-flop that stores a word, a group of bits in the resistor. When the invert input is low, it transmits the 8-bit input to the output. But when the invert input is high, it transmits the ones complement of the input. For example, if the resistor contents are A7, A6, A5, A4, A3, A2, A1 and A0. Let us take an example. It is 1 0 1 1 0 1 1 1. Then a low invert produces the output, that is Y7, Y6, Y5, Y4, Y3, Y2, Y1 and 0. Then Y is equals to 1 0 1 1 0 1 1 1. But when the invert is high, the Y produces 0 1 0 0 1 0 0. Thus when the invert is low, the output is equals to the input, and when invert is high, it is equals to the ones complement of the input. The controlled inverter is also called as programmed inverter. This circuit can be used in solving arithmetic and logic problems. We have seen the adder circuit, that is half adder, which can add 2 bits of data, the full adder which adds 3 bits of data. Now let us see how to add many number of data or just a 4-bit binary adder circuit. This is a logic circuit that can add two binary numbers with 4 bits each. Now let us see first how to perform the logic addition. So this is the first number, binary number, and this is the second number. They are 4 bits each, and we'll see how the addition is performed. Now 0 plus 1, sum is 1, no carry. 1 plus 1, sum is 0, carry is 1. When we add 1 plus 1, so sum is 0, carry is 1, plus 0, so sum is 0 and carry is 1. 1 plus 1, that is sum is 0, carry is plus 1, sum is 1 and carry is 1. This way we do 4-bit binary addition. Now here in general we can say A0, B0. When we add A0, B0, it generates a sum S0 and carry C1. Then again we add C1, A1, B1, it generates S1 and C2. When we add this, there is a sum S2 and a carry S3. When we add this C3, A3 and B3, the sum is S3 and carry is S4. Now let us understand how does this addition is performed by this 4-bit binary adder. A block half adder represents a half adder. The first block represents a half adder. Its input are A0, B0 and the outputs are S0 and carry C1. Full adder. Each full adder has 3 inputs 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 and 2 output, that is the sum and carry. 2 outputs. Now let us see how to perform the addition. Half adder provides the A0 plus B0. So A0, what is A0? 0 plus 1. The sum S0 is 1 and carry C1 is 0. First full adder add provides A1 plus B1 plus C1. So what is that? Carry is not there. So 0 plus 1 plus 1. So the sum S1 is 1 and C2 is 0. Now second full adder provides A2 plus B2 plus C2. So what it is? A2, that is 1, B2 0 plus C2, that is 1. So sum is 0 and carry is 1. Now the third full adder circuit, that is A3, B3 and C3. When we add this, that is 1 plus 1 plus 1, sum is 1 and carry is 1. So what is our output? Overall output is C4, S3, S2, S1 and S0, and that is equals to, what is that? 1, 1, 0, 0, 1. By using more full adders, we can build any binary adder of any length. So let us see now next topic, that is 4-bit binary adder and subtractor. We have seen the half circuit, that is how to do the binary adder, binary addition, 4-bit binary addition circuit. Now we have to modify that circuit so that it can perform both addition and subtraction as per required. So let us, before doing addition is very easy, we add the two numbers, we get a sum and carry. Now let us understand how we do subtraction in binary number. So subtraction using 2's complement. There are two methods, by using 1's complement and by using 2's complement we can perform the subtraction. So here we have two numbers, the binary numbers A and B, are subtracting A minus B. So the subtractant we have to see how we, by using 2's complement. So B, first we invert the number. So B number is inverted, that is invert means 1's complement. We convert the binary numbers into zeros है तो 1 करेंगे, 1 है तो 0. So we will take 1's complement of the number. Then we add 1 to that number. So what we get? We get 2's complement of the number. 2's complement of the number is nothing but 1's complement plus 1. So it gives me 2's complement of number. So once I get the 2's complement, I will add that number to A. So I got A plus B's 2's complement, that is nothing but A minus B. Okay, now let us see how to get 1's complement and then 2's complement. Now here by using a circuit. Okay, so we have seen the control inverter provides me the output, which is nothing but when the input when the invert is 0, the output follows the input, and when the invert is 1, the output is a complement of the input. So we are going to make use of this in our subtraction. So here we have a 4-bit number 0101 and invert. When invert is 0, the number passes as it is, the output follows the input. So that is 1010. But we don't want this. We want 1's complement. First step, see, we want 1's complement of the number. So the number is 1010. Invert will keep it at 1. Then only we'll get 1's complement. So when the invert is 1, the output is 1's complement of the input. So 1 है तो क्या आएगा? 0. 0, 1, 1, 0 and 0, 1. So we got the 1's complement. What is now our requirement? 2's complement. 2's complement, how I will get? 1's complement plus 1. So I got 1's complement. So I will add 1. So plus 1. So I got the 2's complement, that is 1, 0, 1, 1. So this is the 2's complement of B. Now I will add to A and I will get the subtraction. So now we'll see 4-bit binary adder and subtractor, that is 2's complement adder and subtractor. 2's complement representation can greatly simplify the arithmetical hardware. Therefore, 2's complement adder and subtractor are widely used. Now let us see how to do the addition by the circuit. Now here we can add or subtract the binary number, 4-bit binary number. When sub, you can see this sub, when sub is equals to low, when sub is low, the addition is performed. The B bit, that is, what is the B bit? B3, B2, B1 and B0 passes through the control inverter. So this is a control inverter, passes through the control inverter as it is through the without inversion. So whatever B, because sub is low, so it doesn't affect. So what is B? It passes. Sub means inverter. Inverter is low. So what we get? जो भी इनपुट है वो आउटपुट में आएगा. सो व्हाट B0 है तो यहाँ क्या आएगा? B0, वैल्यू ऑफ B0. B1 है तो यहाँ B1, B2 है तो B2 and B3 है तो B3. And this will are going by using, therefore the full adder provides the addition, and this will provide the addition. Okay, therefore sum is equals to A plus B. So A3 plus A2 plus A1 and A0 we added with B3, B2, B1 and B0. Now subtraction. When sum is high, the control inverter produces 1's complement. When sum is high, we have seen in previous sheet that when invert is 1, it provides 1's complement. Now it will provide me 1's complement, and when this sub is coming here, it provides me 2's complement, and this 2's complement will get added with A. So here we got the 2's complement of B0 plus A0 will give me the subtraction. But by using 2's complement number, so once we can do the subtraction. The sub is high, 1's complement of B यहाँ पे आएगा. Then sub is also 1, so we get 2's complement, and then we'll do A plus B's 2's complement, so we get the subtraction of the number. Clear? So now let us see the laws and theorem of Boolean algebra. With the help of these laws, we will able to simplify the given Boolean equation. So first law is identity law. So for AND form, and here you are given OR form. So A into 1 is A. So whenever you multiply by 1, you get A. a plus 0 is a. So it depends on the value of a. 0 and 1's law, that is a into 0 is 0. A plus 1 is equals to 1. Okay, so whatever may be the value, the result is going to be 1. Inversion law, a bar is equals to 0, whereas a plus a bar is equals to 0. Because if a is taking the value 0, a bar will take 1, and when a takes the value 1, a bar will take the 0. So result will always be equals to 1. Impotent law, that is a into a, and a plus a. It is not a 2a or a square. So a into a is a, and a plus a is a. Now commutative law, a into b is equals to b into a. So if you are changing the order, it doesn't matter. A plus b, yeah, b plus a, that is equals to. Associative law, associative, it associates. So a into bc, so it is a into b into c. A plus B plus C, so A plus B plus C. Distributive law. Distributive law, A is distributed amongst B and C. A plus B and A plus C. A into BC, so AB, just open the bracket, and AC plus AC. Absorption law, A into A plus B. So this is very important. A into A plus B, that is equals to A, and A into A plus AB, that is equals to A. Because we can take A common, it becomes 1 plus B. 1 plus B क्या आता है? 1 plus A is nothing but 1. So we get it A. De Morgan's theorem, we already seen De Morgan's theorem, A dot B bar is equals to A bar plus B bar, and A plus B the whole bar is equals to A bar dot B bar. Double complement law, if we take 2 times complement, x bar bar, that is equals to x. So by making use of all this law, we are going to simplify the problem, and problem comes for 3 marks. Let us see some problem based on the Boolean law. So here we have to simplify the given equation. So a plus b and a plus c. So let us, by associative law, let us open the bracket. So what is that? A multiply with this bracket, that is a plus c. So a into a plus ac. Similarly b multiplied with this bracket. So what we get? ab or ba, that is associative law. So either I can write ba or ab plus bc. Okay, now here a into a is a, we have seen ac plus ab plus bc. So again I can take a common here, so a common, the 1 plus c plus b, see, so plus bc. And what is 1 plus c? 1. Again 1 plus b is 1, so a into 1 plus bc. So a into 1 is nothing but a and plus bc. So we have simplified that a plus b and a plus c is nothing but a plus bc. Now let us see the second example. Given z is equals to a bar plus c into b plus d bar the whole bar. Simplify the equation below using De Morgan's theorem. So we apply which theorem? The second theorem, that is a into b the whole bar. So well, we break the bar and the operator sign change from and to or. So a bar plus c the whole bar plus or b plus d bar the whole bar. Again using the De Morgan first theorem, what is that? A plus b the whole bar is equals to a bar. So the bar already it has a 1 bar, so a bar into c bar, plus again using the first theorem, De Morgan's first theorem, we get b bar dot b d double bar. Already it had a bar, so double bar. Now a double bar vanishes, we get a into c bar, b bar and d bar, that is d bar vanishes. So what we got is a c bar plus b bar d. So by using De Morgan's theorem, we have simplified the equation. Now the third example, a b bar plus a bar b the whole bar into a plus b. So let us see. Now first we will break this bar, the bigger bar. So what we get? A b bar into a bar b bar. Is it clear? into a plus b. We have kept a plus b as it is. So using a b bar is equals to a bar plus b bar. Okay. So now again breaking this, so what will get a bar plus b bar bar, so bar will get cancelled, so it is a bar plus b, and here a plus, again here a bar plus b bar, so a plus b bar, and this is kept as it is a plus b. Now we will open, do the multiplication. So a bar plus b, so a multiplied with this bracket and b bar is multiplied with this bracket. So a into a into a into b bar into a, and b bar into b. Now a into a is a, you know that, and b into b bar is 0. A into a and b bar into b bar is 0. So a bar plus b, a plus ab plus associative law, उल्टा लिखा तो कुछ, it doesn't make difference. So a b bar plus b bar b. Okay, so what we get, this a bar plus b. Now a common, a 1 plus b plus b bar. We have taken a common over here plus b bar b. So b plus b bar is 1. So here 1 plus 1, that is again is 1. So a bar plus b, a into b, b bar b. Okay. So a into 1, a, and b bar into b is 0. So this term vanishes. So what remains? A into 1, that is a. So a bar plus b into a. Now again we will multiply this a with this bracket. So a bar and a b a, that is ab. A bar is nothing but this a b bar is 0. Similarly a bar is 0. So what we get? ab. So by given equation we have simplified. Clear? Now let us see the fourth example. Now this here, draw the logic diagram using gates for the Boolean equation. So you are given the equation and you have to draw by using the gates. What is the equation? Q is equals to a plus bc the whole bar plus ab bar and the whole bar. So first we will see how to draw a plus bc. पहले क्या चाहिए? a plus bc. So we require a BC. For BC we require a AND gate and or gate. So A or BC. So let us see A or BC. We got A, B, C, three inputs. Here or gate. So it is A plus BC. And similarly BC, that is AND gate, we got BC. Now we will get A, B bar. Okay, A, B bar. So we have to use a NOR gate. We are using a NOR gate. So B का क्या आया? B bar. So here B NOR gate B bar. So we got B bar in and directly A. So A B bar A. So this is a AND gate, not AND gate. So we got A B bar यहाँ तक. Okay. Now after this, what we'll get? A B C bar. So here we'll get A B C bar and A B bar. So यहाँ पे क्या आएगा? A B bar. And these two are combined by which gate? By a OR gate. So first OR gate आया A plus B C bar. Well, see here circle is there, bubble is there. So what we got? A plus B C the whole bar and A B bar the whole bar. Then it is connected to OR gate. So what is the equation for OR gate? A plus BC bar. So A plus BC bar plus AB bar. So plus AB bar bar. Now again this is passed through a NOR gate. This is OR gate, and a bubble after OR gate is nothing but a NOR gate. So what we get? We get directly a complement of this equation. So A plus B C bar plus AB bar the whole bar complement of this. Got it? So this way, given any Boolean equation, you should be able to draw the diagram for 4 marks. We came to the end of the second chapter, that is logic gates. So let us very fast summarize what we have done in this chapter. First we are seeing logic circuit. We are seeing what do you mean by logic gate, logic circuit, logic gate, what are logics. So next, basic gates and derived gates. We are seeing different type of basic gates and derived gates with their definition, with their Boolean equation and truth table and logical symbol. Then we are see De Morgan's theorem, first theorem and second theorem. Then NAND and NOR as universal gate and how to construct the basic gate from using NAND and NOR only. We have seen two types of adder, rather three types of adder, two half adder, full adder and 4-bit binary adder and a subtractor. Then we have seen XOR gate application, that is a parity checker and XOR gate as a controlled inverter. Then we have seen the laws and theorem of Boolean algebra, 4-bit adder, adder subtractor, again 4-bit adder subtractor and problems based on the Boolean theorem and algebra. So here we came to the end of the chapter. So we came to the end of the logic gates. So chapter is completed. Okay, thank you.